Hello everyone. In today's video, we're going to be diving into how commercetools cart discounts impact that cart and order JSON. And if you stay tuned at the end of the video, we're going to write some JavaScript code that totals up that discount on the cart so you can express that savings story to your customer. So if you're just here to understand how to create promotions, please check out the other videos in our list. They'll probably be more interesting to you. But if you want to dive into the code and see what actually happens at the API level, you're in the right spot. Let's get going. The first thing I did to start this video is make a bunch of very basic cart discounts. This way I can create some carts, apply those discounts, and we can see the difference. The first one we're going to talk about is a total price discount. If you saw our discount overview video, you know that this is the discount on the total price of the cart. So we have a discount code required. This applies to all carts, and it applies to that total price. Okay. And here we made it an amount off, and it's going to be $1. So we're taking $1 off of the total price of the cart. So let's jump into some Cart JSON and see what that looks like. I've already made the carts and downloaded the JSON into files. That way we can compare them side by side. The only thing I did change about this was that I set the version number to 1 for every file, and I removed the date modified, date created, and other items that are auto added to the top of the JSON. I did that because they were constantly changing, and I want to make sure we can focus on the changes that the cart discount makes, not the changes as that version number increments or as that date modified gets updated. So on the left here, we have a cart with a line item with a quantity of 2. And on the right, we've got that same exact cart with our discount code applied. So you'll notice that the top is very much the same, and all of this is product information coming right out of the product endpoint. This is all the product variant information, and we can ignore all of this, and we get to that price, and the price on the line item is the same as well. Here you can see that it is quantity 2, as I said, and continuing down, this is all line item pricing, and finally we get to our first difference. And that difference is in the total price of the cart, which makes sense. We took $1 off of the cart. So before it was 74.5 or 74,500 cents, since we have that fraction digit, and we took off that dollar or 100 cents, if you will. So that's our first change on the carts. Next, we can see that we have this entry discount on total price, and we have that discounted amount, which is where we can now see that we took $1 off of the discount. And we have an array of included discounts. So these are the cart discounts that impacted that value. So here it was just one cart discount at $1. So we have one entry, we have one reference. But if you had multiple cart discounts, each targeting the order total, this array would have multiple items in it. And we'll see an example of that later on where there are multiple discounts applied. But continuing down, the other piece of information that changed is the discount codes. So this is the reference to the cart discount. This is the reference to the discount code that had to get typed in to get it on the cart itself. And as you can see, it matches the cart, so it was successfully applied. If you don't know the difference between a cart discount and a discount code, I highly recommend you go check out our video giving you the overview of how cart discounts, product discounts, and discount codes all work together. So there you go. You have the JSON difference for that first promotion. Let us jump back into the Merchant Center and check out a different type of cart discount. The next one we'll discuss is this line item discount. So as I jump into the line item discount, it is the same thing. I have coupon code required. I have it on all carts, and we're going to target the items themselves. So instead of the total price here, now we're going after the specific items, and we're applying it to all items. And for this first example, it'll be a percentage off of 10%. So let's go back into our JSON and we'll look at the next comparison. So again, on the left, we have no discounts at all. And on the right, we now have this 10% off line items. Just like before, the variant information is the same. Scrolling, scrolling, scrolling. And here we see some changes a little earlier because now we're seeing differences on the variant price. So we're looking at line items, variant, and we're looking at price. The price itself is the same. This is the price coming from the product details, but the discounted price per quantity and the discounted price is now different. So first off, we have an entry for discounted price, which is showing you the price after the discount. And again, we have those included discounts. These are the cart discounts that played a role in making this price what it should be. And we also have a discounted price per quantity. So for this one with 10% off, it doesn't matter. They're the same, the discounted price and the discounted price per quantity, because that 10% off went against both the items. But as we get to future promotions, you'll see that that can have an impact as we go through things. So again, discounted price per quantity, the included discounts in generating that. As we scroll down to the order totals, you'll see that the total price has changed. It makes sense. We now have 10% off. Tax price, total gross, again, all modified to reflect that discount. And then the discount codes, basically the codes we had to add to the cart to get this to apply. And you'll notice that there's no longer a total discount down here. Like on the total price discount, we had this discount on total price, but for line items, we don't. It's because line items target the line items and the information is found there. So a lot of people, when they first get into the documentation, they assume this represents all discount on the carts, but really it only represents the ones that are targeting the order total. So you have to look in the different places for the different discounts. Okay, let's get back into the Merchant Center to our discount list and look at the last one that I created, which is the multi-buy discount. So jumping in, again, we have coupon created, but here, instead of total price item, now we are targeting multi-buy. And this is that BOGO situation, buy one, get one free, buy one, get one half off, whatever the case may be. So here I am saying for every 2 items you buy, one of those 2 items is going to be 50% off. So you could buy any 2 items from the store because I have no restrictions here on which items. So as long as there's any 2 things in the cart, one of them is going to be 50% off, and you can use this as many times as you want. In our example, we have a quantity of 2. So we hit that 2 right here, that minimum quantity, and one of them is 50% off. So one of our items in our line should be regular price and one of them should be 50% off. So let's jump in and look at the actual JSON. So again, going into the comparison, on the left, no discounts. On the right, that multi-buy that you just saw. Top of the JSON looks very, very similar until, again, you get down into these line items, variant, and price information. So the price of the item is the same. That's the regular price. And then we now have a new discounted price. The discounted price is populated, but what's interesting is that the discounted price is actually the same, $37,250, $37,250. This is a multi-buy. So it's not impacting everything on the cart. It's actually only impacting a single quantity. So we need to go down and look at this discounted price per quantity. And that's where we're going to see the discount information. And here, one of our items, as expected, is 50% off. Whereas the other item is actually not discounted. And that's showing you that discounted price per quantity with that buy one, get one half off. And as we roll down, you have the order total changing and the new discount code on the JSON. So what you'll notice, though, is that there's nothing telling you, was it a percentage off? What was going on there? So I put together some comparisons to see how the different promotions look in the cart. Here we have that line item as a percentage off, so that was 10% off all line items, and that buy one, get one half off on the right. And both of these impact the line item itself. So as I scroll down, yes, the discounted price is different across the two, 10% off versus the buy one, get one half off. The included discounts is different, the discount amount, and then the discount price per quantity is very different. Here we have it split up 1 and 1, and here we have the two together. So you can see that they look very similar. It's just where are the amounts, where are the promotions. And following down that trend, I also made different types of line item discounts. So here we have a percentage off, and we're comparing that to a fixed price. And if you remember our promotion overview video, the fixed price is where you say, hey, I don't care what the original price was. I'm going to sell this item for exactly this amount. So let's jump down to the changes. And again, we start to see those changes in the variant line items price. First off, the discounted price is different. First one is 10% off. Second off, we're setting it to exactly $10. So you can see 1,000 cents. Obviously with that, the discounted amount is different. So one you're saving, almost $4. The other one you're saving $36, most of the value. And then the discounted price per quantity reflects that as well, because here's the price and the discounted amount per quantity. And then the order totals, of course, change as well. Continuing down that line, here is the percentage off compared to a dollar amount off. So on the left, you have 10% off. On the right, you have $10 off. Okay, so jumping in, discounted price, clearly different based on the value. Discounted amount, I was wrong. I guess it was a $5 discount on the right, but still the discounted amount is different. Continuing down, the discounted price per quantity. Why I wanted to call these out is that you'll notice nothing tells you on the right that it was a dollar amount off, or on the left that it was a percentage off. Instead, you're just seeing totals. You're seeing, hey, this is how much it costs originally. This is how much it costs now. This is the amount that got taken off. So the amount is not in a percentage. It's not in the fixed price. All you know is the dollar amount that's coming off. So if you want to know how it worked, whether it was percentage, fixed, or dollar amount, or even external, you're going to have to go look up the cart discount details to get that as well. But if you're just concerned with the amount, you have it right here. Finally, the last thing that I did was compare that cart with no discounts at all to a cart that has a line item discount, a multi-buy, so buy one, get one half off, and a total order discount on it, all at the same time. So I've stacked all three of those promotions so that we can see what it looks like. So let's jump over to changes. Again, we're looking at the variant, specifically the prices is where it's going to get interesting. The original price, the same across carts. Then we get to the discounted price. This is going to reflect those included discounts for the discounted price, but you don't really get the true story until you get to the discounted price per quantity, because that's where it's going to reflect both of the discounts, the buy one, get one, and the percentage off. So it's important to get into that discounted price per quantity and not rely 100% on this discounted price. So you go the quantity, the prices are different. They each have a different included discount. So even the one that doesn't have the buy one, get one half off, even the one that wasn't affected there, it got affected by the percentage off. So you'll see one promotion hit this line item quantity, so that one discount. And then the other one actually has two discounts attached to it, affecting the price. Going down, we also have that discount on total price. That's the order level discount. And then the discount codes, you have 1, 2, 3 discount codes. So again, you're not seeing, hey, percentage off or that promo messaging. For that, you have to go back to the cart discount JSON. Instead, you're just seeing amounts. So before we get into the code, I just want to ask that if you're enjoying these videos, If you appreciate seeing the explanation, make sure to give us a like, make sure to follow us here, and let us know in the comments what we should do next for our explainer videos and how we can help you with your composable project. All right, last up, let's look at some JavaScript code. So this is code saying, hey, I've got my cart JSON and I want to explain the saving story to the end user. I want them to know how much money they're saving on their cart. Sure, you're showing it at the line item, showing it the total, but maybe we want to total it all up for them and say, hey, here's that big discount number that you're getting. You know, at the end of checkout, you're like, congratulations, you've saved $24 today. That's what we're trying to do with this code. So we have a function, and maybe it's not the best written function, but it can walk you through the process so you can build out your own code. And the function is calculate total cart discount. The very first thing we're going to do is we're going to go over the line items and we're going to try and figure out how much money we're saving on the product side. So we could have lots of line items. In our example, we had one line item, but you could have hundreds of line items if you want them to, and we're going to reduce it down to that single value. So the first, we're going to take and try and figure out what the regular price of each line item. So that reduce is going to loop over them. The regular price is going to be equal to the price.value.sentAmount times the quantity. And our code, in this example, we've simplified it. So we're not worrying about things like which currency it's in or the fraction digits, all of that stuff that should be in production code. But this is example code to help you walk through it. So we're getting that regular price. That's the very first thing. So that's the regular price for the line item. And we're going to add it to that total regular price, which is what's getting reduced down to send back. And then we're also going to look for a discounted price. And for the discounted price, if you'll notice that discounted price per quantity was populated for every type of line item discount, whether it was a percentage off or a buy one, get one or anything else. So that's what we're going to look for. If that exists, we're good to go. So we're going to look if that exists, and it's an array, if you remember, because quantity can be broken up. So if the length is greater than 0, let's go ahead and take that array and reduce it down to. We'll reduce it down by taking the sent amount, the amount that the person's paying, and multiplying it times the quantity, which is then going to give us the discounted price. But if there is no discounted price, let's just set it to the regular price. That way we can see the difference between the prices of if there were no discounts and if there were discounts. And we're going to, again, add that to the total for all the line items. And then this reduce is going to return those two values, the regular price of the line items and the discounted price of the line items. But again, that is just the line items. So the other thing we need to look at is the discount on total price. And we're going to grab the amount there as well. Say, hey, what's the discounted amount? And then we're going to do some computations to get that total discount, which would be the regular product price minus the discounted price. And we'll get the total discount for the entire cart, which is the line items plus the order discounts. You will notice that we are missing shipping discounts. And I really push that if you're going down this road of programming with commercetools, go ahead, make your own cart, make your own discount, add the shipping discount, and see what that looks like for yourself. And it'll be an at-home exercise to expand this function to include that shipping value as well. But for this, we have those three values: the total line item discount, the total order discount, and the total merchandise discount. Since it's just a function, I added some additional Node.js code on top. All this does is it's going to read from the files, basically those JSONs that I saved to files, that cart JSON. It's going to read it through, it's going to call the function, and it's going to go ahead and output the result as a console log. So you can see that I've already run it once, but I can run it again. And total discounts going to give you those three values, showing you the discounts that you should see. And again, you should be looking at currency and fraction digits, but this is giving you an idea of how to add things up and the fact that you have to look multiple places in the cart to get to these totals because they're broken up depending on what you're discounting. I hope you appreciated the video, and thank you. I'll see you next time.